Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, BAHASHAM, QADASH. I want to give double honor to our apostles, who are our elders, who rule well. I want to say blessed salutations to you brothers out there teaching and doing truth and sincerity. I also say blessed salutations to you men, women, and the wheat amongst tares that follow the truth and sincerity. I want to say Mawafla out of woman, Mawafla Kabal. Alright, so with that being said, man, I'm normally going to Jeremiah, but I want to start off with a session of just going over this feeding the flock, man, how important it is and what we're here for, because that was a topic of discussion. You know what I'm saying? And also, within the ministry, putting yourself in position so the Lord will reciprocate His energy to you. Because a lot of people tend to believe that you could just pray and the Lord will answer it. Now that is a case, it's like you can do something within the ministry, you can do something within this truth that, like, you can pray to ask for the Lord's name, right? Like if you know the name, or you pray to ask for the Lord's name, that's something that you didn't have at a point, and He'll give it to you. Or you can pray to ask to know the Lord, and He'll give it to you. You know what I'm saying? But there's things like you can pray for protection, and the Lord will give it to you. But if you're not doing right and you pray for protection, and let's get that Hebrews 10:26 first, Bible Shah.
Alright, this is the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 26. It says, "For if we sin willingly, that after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins."
Yeah, so basically, you're going to be on the Lord's bad side, YAHAWASHI's bad side, if you knew, like the term, if you knew better, you'll do better. So if you know better, but then it's ministry, and you don't do it, then when these things happen, people often wonder, because I have a discussion with somebody, like, I'm going through it, I'm like, are you reading, are you fasting, are you praying? That's the first thing I ask, you know what I'm saying? And that person, people should be honest with themselves about it, man. Anytime something bad happens to me, it's not always Satan or damn, it's just out of my hands and I'm just super righteous and Satan just picking on me. You always gotta internalize what's going on in your condition and why it's happening to you, man. And you gotta make sure, as men of the Lord that's a bit older than some, throughout your day, like, damn, I could have read earlier, the Spirit told me to read and I didn't read, or I overlooked this situation with a brother, or I missed this opportunity, I didn't pray, you know what I'm saying? Where there are spots throughout your day, and if you don't, then you need to be doing that. All right, can we get that? Examine yourselves whether you be in the faith. Because you're supposed to always internalize what's going on. Because nothing bad happens to you just by a roll of dice. Like Satan just walking around and then you like the closest nigga. So he just like, oh, I'm gonna fuck with you. It doesn't work like that.
I got the precept, but just to add to that, me and one of the other brothers, we were talking yesterday, and that specific topic came up. I did a lesson saying some of the afflictions that we go through are self-inflicted. A lot of things that we do, like the brother's going into, it eventually gets down to self-examination, like we're about to get. Because let me just get into it. So 2 Corinthians 13:5 says, "Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove yourselves, know ye not your own selves, how that YAHAWASHI is in you."
Know not your own selves. You don't know yourself. You don't know you be tripping or not. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't recognize it, that's pride. Okay? You read that for the
It says, know ye not yourselves, how that YAHAWASHI is in you, except ye be reprobates?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? What's the definition of reprobate?
And when you get into that word reprobates, it's Strong's G 5100-5100, which says a certain one, sometime, a while. Says use of persons and things concerning which the writer either cannot or will not speak more particularly.
So I got another one that's not standing the test, not approved, properly used of metals and coins, that which does not prove itself as it ought, unfit for, improved, spurious, reprobate. Okay, reject, castaway, reprobate. Okay.
And the etymology online, it says from the word reprobate, the early 15th century, rejected as worthless. From late Latin, reprobatus, which means to disapprove, reject, condemn.
Yeah, cause when you say reprobate, and I'm thinking when we go into etymology, it's like, you know, I'm already like mentally breaking down the word. When I heard read means back. You know, in college, you know, they had something called probates. You know what I'm saying? Because probates is that's when they cross over. You know, and if you're not accepted, then a probate most likely means to be accepted. Okay?
Because just add to that, it breaks down that word probate, just as the way you said. It says prove to be worthy.
Yep. So you're unworthy. So if you're not able, basically, if you can't spiritually produce and do these things internally by yourself, you know what I'm saying? You're not always going to be able to accomplish and physically do things. There's elements here, but matter of fact, we go get back to Hebrews 10 and 26. We're not always able to do things ourselves. So there's other outside forces, as brothers. You know, the spirit to have somebody come through. But if you can't internalize that you fucking up or you got too much pride on you and things like that, then you're a reprobate, man. You know what I'm saying? That basically the Lord is not dealing with you to the fact that you can't internalize where you're at. You know, so you should be examining yourselves continuously, you know.
Back in Hebrews 10 and 26, it says, for if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins, but a certain fearful looking for of judgment and fiery indignation which shall devour the adversaries. So that's what, hey, like you mentioned, as far as being a part of this ministry, you know, hey, we do have we have that knowledge that YAHAWASHI will judge you. We had that from the things written aforetime. When they were going off, there was always a judgment that followed. You know, and that's what it's saying. If you're gonna sin willfully, okay, well, you know what's gonna happen, right? You're gonna be judged.
Yeah, you're sinning on purpose. You know, sometimes you run into situations when it's not on purpose. You know, there's certain situations where you do it and you have to do it. You know, such as David in the shoe parade, I always like to bring up. You know, where he was hungry and he was running from Saul, and he went to the priest, and that was for priest bread, and by law you're not supposed to touch that. But he was hungry; he had to eat. You know what I'm saying? In that situation, you know. So the Lord understands. You know what I'm saying? But no sin goes unpunished. I'm pretty sure that the Lord, you know, did something, but not of a. It wasn't like, you know, of that magnitude. Just like with him committing adultery, that situation, he was just wrong. So he got his judgment for it. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is sometimes the Lord understands why we do stuff. It's like, you know, a prime example, we always say, you see, if you see a homosexual, he should surely be put to death. So if you walk by one and don't do anything, you're breaking the law. You know, but because of the laws of the land, then we're not able to execute that judgment. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord speaks about not executing judgment, saying they judge not the people. So we're supposed to be judging everything, but And that's like a part of us falling short of the glory, as well as us internally and doing and basically just messing up on our own also. Okay?
It's the book of James, chapter.
No, I wanted more of that.
Hebrews.
Yeah. Most High judge you as talk about the whole reprobate being unfit or being unacceptable.
It says Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 28. This is Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 7. It says, if ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chastiseth not?
Yeah, so what son is he that the Most High chastiseth not? So it basically, when you do wrong, the Lord gonna do something about it. All right, when you're going off, the Lord gonna send somebody to get you right, or internally have you get right, and He'll physically chastise you, man. That goes into what I said in the beginning, that you gotta make sure, you gotta internalize what you're doing to make sure, because the Lord shall speak to you with afflictions, you know. But sometimes, and it's very rare, the Lord will want to prove a point. You know what I'm saying? With such as the let's finish that, and we'll get the man of blind from birth.
But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh, which corrected us and gave them reverence, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? You know?
So because our afflictions, man, you know, you gotta stop being soft-hearted and really prideful, because as the scriptures say, pride goes before destruction, man. You know what I'm saying? And you look up the word dignity, you know what I'm saying, throughout the scriptures, even though dignity is a good word, you know, it means to be, you know, in a high seat. You know what I'm saying? Like the scripture says, speak evil of dignities. You know, any time of having dignity is in a condescending tone for the most part within the scriptures, but it goes without saying that to be a dignity or a dignitary, that means you're sitting in a high spot and you're in a high position. But to be high-minded is not always a good thing. Really, for the most part, it's not a good thing. You're always supposed to be a humble person, because in the book of Psalms, the Lord said He loves a humble and contrite spirit. And the word contrite goes back to broken. You know, that's being teachable. And being the fact to be able to repent. It needs to be a contrite person to admit that they're wrong. A lot of people don't want to admit that they're wrong, and they always like, oh, I did it because of this, or I did it because of that. You always got a reason for why they did it. I'm pretty sure a murderer got a reason for why he murdered. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure an adulterer got a reason for why he did adultery. There's a reason for everything, you know, for everything under the sun, man. Right? So a reason don't give you justice for why you did it. You just explain why you messed up, man. If I tell you to be somewhere by 10 or a certain time, a specific time, and you say, yeah, I can do that, and you don't do that, oh man, traffic was backed up. You didn't accomplish the goal, man. Regardless of the traffic, you should have left 30 minutes earlier. You know?
Hey, that's a beautiful point. That's a beautiful point. You said you want the man from birth or too blind?
The man blind from birth, and the apostles asked, what did this man do?
This is the book of St. John, chapter 9, and verse 1. It says, and as YAHAWASHI passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth, and his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind?
Yep. So this man or his parents, they was born blind. They got more than that, right?
It says, YAHAWASHI answered, neither hath this man sinned, nor his parents, but that the works of the Most High should be made manifest in him.
Yeah, so if a man's blind from birth, What could you do wrong that you know what I'm saying? You came out the womb. How you when you was in the womb sinning? You know what I'm saying? That's impossible. So what does that proves? That proves reincarnation. That proves that you will live out your judgment in the next life. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the scriptures say. That is adjacent to the scriptures. You know, you'll die and then you'll go to see the Most High and He'll give you your judgment, and you come back out here and you'll live out your judgment. And then secondly, you know, it says his parents. You know, because we do inherit some of the afflictions of our parents. Not all of them, but we do inherit them because we can basically break the cycle. Because guess what? We're breaking the cycle. You know what I'm saying? Spiritually, by prophesying and doing it. It wasn't like our parents were doing it, our parents' parents, you know? But we do inherit certain things that they have done, man. All right?
It says, I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work.
Yeah, so that was the end of that. Because the point was the will of the Most High had to be accomplished. You know what I'm saying? So that was the whole goal for that affliction. So sometimes in occasions, that's also an element of why you're being afflicted. And at the end of the day, if you're being afflicted, just go and do the work. Just go and do the will of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Don't get all into that woe is me, and these afflictions are hindering my ability to accomplish things. You know, because we all go through something. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be redundant to complain about it and say this is why I can't accomplish the Lord's will. All right.
The scriptures tell you in 2nd Ezra, it says that this is set in a dangerous place to fall. Meaning that what? You're gonna have to deal with something. Something is gonna be always gonna be something that's gonna try to hinder you, man. That's why the Most High said, if you the same that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. Because we gotta go through these things. You can't, like you mentioned, you got certain people that make excuses. You know what I'm saying? And there have been times when we've made excuses in the past, man. But at the end of the day, it's about accomplishing that goal. Do you want salvation or not? Because we know what's going to happen to those who don't obey the word of the Most High.
So let's get 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. Right? Because, like the brother said, that sometimes we go through it. No, really, for me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure for our brothers, we go through it a lot, man. You know? We're not like just impervious of messing up. You know what I'm saying? We mess up, and that's how we're able to teach. Because through our contrite spirit, it's like, man, we fix it, and then it's like, okay, this is how you fix this problem. You know what I'm saying? That's what a man of the Lord will do. Not only do we prophesy, we teach, and we teach through, experience also. You know what I'm saying? Now you can understand the scriptures and say, that means this and that means that. But now when you go into that social element of the ministry, that comes through experience for the most part, man. You know?
1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 13. There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man.
Yeah, so this is an element of sinning. So when you get into the area of like, damn, I'm about to, you're about to sin, it's something that's common to man. It ain't gonna be no supernatural shit that you're gonna do, or something that's irregular. You're gonna just think of some new things, but also something that's common, that's regular to you. For the most part, you can't, because you can't be enticed with something that you don't know about, really. You know what I'm saying? Unless somebody bring it to you, and really that enticement to sin is the person coming to you and talking to you and taking counsel of another person. So it's like a rabbit hole of how you get there. You know what I'm saying? Like if you never, like smoking a cigarette, there's a point that you never smoked a cigarette before. But there's a point, so you wasn't enticed to smoke a cigarette, you were enticed by counsel by somebody, like the Adam and Eve to the Most High concept, to where the first sin was listening to the serpent. That was really the sin. And then when as James says, when it's finished and it's accomplished, then it brings forth death. So basically, they listen to him and say, "What, you know what? You're right." That's why the scripture says, "Be not unequally yoked with unbelievers." And unequally yoked means basically to make a contract, to be in agreement with. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord dealt with publicans and sinners. So, because people often misconstrue that breakdown as saying that you're not supposed to hang around these people. In the Apocrypha, in Sirach, it says, you know, to not have fellowship. You know, to not have, what fellowship does the sheep have with the wolf? And fellowship, the word fellowship goes back to the same thing. Let's get fellowship etymology just to prove the point.
This is the word fellowship in the etymology. It says companionship, from fellowship, which means a sense of a body of companions, a spirit of comradeship, friendliness. It's from late 14th century as a state of privilege in English colleges.
Yeah. So that fellowship is basically you like agree with their lifestyle, man.
It says to fellowship with is to hold communion with, to unite with in doctrine and discipline.
Yeah, in doctrine and discipline. That's really what it really boils down to. It's a fellowship with somebody says you really to unite with doctrine and discipline. Okay? So it's like, because you got co-workers, you might break at the same time, you might talk. You know, technically that's fellowshipping because you're sitting together. You're in communion. But going with the flow of the scriptures, that'll be interrupting the flow because the Lord basically technically fellowship with publicans and sinners based off that part of the definition. Now, based off the consistency of the scriptures in the context, fellowship is the being in league with them, with their with the last part. Can we read that again?
It says to fellowship with is to hold communion with, to unite with in doctrine and discipline.
Yeah, to unite with in doctrine and in discipline. All right, so you're fellowshipping with a person. That's where that comes from when you're out there and you got somebody in the world and you know they eat pork and you're like, yeah man, that pork good. You gotta put some salt on it and you're telling them how to season it and shit. You know, you're uniting with them in fellowship and doctrine when they, you know, you're not supposed to do that, man. You know, if I'm around a 2/3 publican and sinner, if I'm not teaching them, I'm talking about something that we're in agreement with. You know what I'm saying? And that's sports. You know, TV shows, and I keep it at that, man. If I feel like a person can't be taught, then I just straight talk about sports and talk about TV shows, man. Anything of wickedness, they'd be like, you know, I go my hotline, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And, you know I don't deal with that. You know, I seen this fine shorty, man. You know, a dude, man, as soon as I went to the bathroom, I went and ran up on that thing, man. Wow, man, you crazy, boy, you wildin'. You know? You know where I stand at. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna keep letting you know the same thing over and over. You're pulling out my body. See what said, you're not supposed to commit adultery, I told you. You know what I'm saying? The scripture tell you, man, as a heretic at that first second admonition, reject. But long story short, fellowshipping with the wrong person is can cause sin also. That's what Adam did. That's what Eve did with the serpent. That's what Adam did with Eve. Is they fellowship. You know what I'm saying? They united in doctrine, and that doctrine was the wrong thing. Okay.
So I finished that. This is 1 Corinthians 10:13. It says, there had no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able.
Again, at least you're not a reprobate. can't sit there and read this and then say, yo, yeah, so he said that. Everything connects within the scriptures. You know, because as a side note, it's annoying when people, you read one thing and then they say, well, what about when it says this over here? We're not disagreeing with no scriptures. Are you? Because it said this over here. Then it said this over here. You know? Like, you got to put them together and it has to make sense. Okay?
It says, but with the temptation also make a way to escape that ye may be able to bear it.
Yeah, because you are his son, the Lord is going to provide us a way out. Guess what? The Lord provides heathens a way out. But spiritually, they're not going to do it. Going back to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12. Spiritually, they're not going to sit there and say, I shouldn't do that, man. They're gonna eat a bat. They're gonna eat live squid. Like these Moabites do, man. They're gonna enslave people and break all the slavery laws. They're gonna be unjust in doctrine and understanding. We ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Or that's the past, or whatever. They're gonna do that. All right. That's it. That should be
chapter anyway. It's the book of James. This is the book of James, chapter 4, and verse 3. It says, ye ask and receive not, because ye ask amiss.
Yeah, so anything that you ask in the Lord's name is true. He shall give it to you. But this is true also. So now you got to put it together, as I said earlier. Right? If you ask, and it's not according to the word amiss is not basically not according to his will, man. All right?
It says, ye ask and receive not, because ye ask amiss, that ye may consume it upon your lust.
Yeah. So you gotta watch what you're doing, because like number one female's thing is that they want a man, but you don't ask for the right things in order to maintain a man. God send me a God-fearing man, or God send me a man that'll take care of me and not beat me after that, but you home. Well, you got a loud mouth and you like to encourage violence. Burn his clothes up, pour bleach on his clothes. God, send me somebody that won't beat the shit out of me. Stop bleaching people's clothes. You know what I'm saying? Then the Lord will have somebody do something to you and to your clothes and something to your valuables. Really have you get beat up. And you're like, God, what's going on? Why do I deserve this? And the question's there. But if you're a reprobate, you would never sit there and admit, like, man, what did first, before I pray, what did I do? You know what I'm saying? And then you'll be like, damn, if you're a woman, you bleach it. Lord, give me a strength to not, do that to a man. You know what I'm saying? And protect me from this situation. You always have to internalize anything that happens throughout your afflictions. All right? And if the Lord don't answer your prayers, then so what, man? Like, you still do what he tell you to do. So let's get that with Paul. He said he got caught up in the third heaven.
And you had made a point. The reason why a lot of people can't understand it is because what the scriptures tell you says these things are spiritually discerned. If you actually giving heed to the scriptures and the things that they say, and you believe them to be true, then that balance will start coming into play for you. But if you I'm doing this over here, but I don't know why I'm getting jacked up over here. It's because you're doing this over here. Because you got to put the two together. Like, okay, I get it. I get it. This is what's happening. This is BAHASHAM, Lord, lift the spirit off me. because you can't do nothing. You can't lift the spirit if you can't lift an evil spirit off you. If you're not, for one, you got to put forth your strength to towards YAHAWASHI, and you got to pray. If you're not praying to the Heavenly Father, that spirit's gonna stay on you because you're not gonna have the admonition to correct yourself, man. That's an
Yeah, so give me 2 Corinthians 12 and 5. I want to get like before that, but the point is, I'm gonna get straight to it. I explain it. So in 2 Corinthians 12, before 2 Corinthians 12 and 5, Paul basically got stoned, and he was telling his story about how his spirit left his body, and then he came back into his body. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he said such a man was caught up into the third heaven. Okay.
This is 2 Corinthians 12, verse 5. It says, "Of such a one will I glory, yet of myself I will not glory, but in mine infirmities. For though I would desire to glory, I shall not be a fool, for I will say the truth. But now I forbear, lest any man should think of me above that which he seeth to be, me to be."
Yeah, he dealt with his infirmities. Like, you ain't above, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I deserve better type of mentality. Like, you just, I can't say just like anybody else, but you get what you deserve, man. You ain't special. If the Lord give it to you, he don't take it away from you, that's what it is. And you still do the work. Like, you ain't so special that I don't think I should do the work anymore because I got this infirmity, or I got this situation going on.
It says, or that he heareth of me, and least I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of the revelations. There was given to me a throne in the flesh, the messenger of Satan to buffet me, least I should be exalted above measure.
Yeah, like the Lord keeps you at a. If you're not gonna be humble, the Lord gonna humble you, man. The Lord gonna put you in a situation to where it's like you got to do the work, and I'm gonna keep you in this mindset, and keep you in this position to keep excelling at doing the work, even if it is affliction of somebody putting a foot up your ass, man. Because that, I guarantee you, if somebody push you off, they'll get mad, get you in focus, man. You know, like reading or fasting, somebody make you mad, I guarantee you, you know what I'm saying? You'll fast. If somebody like put hands on your child and you can't get to him, man, or you be fasting and praying, you know, like crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? So anger, like I always say, anger is not a negative, it's not a useless energy. You know what I'm saying? It's a good energy. It helps you focus, you know? And I've known that, this is talking about from experience, man. I've had, you know, I learned this from my band teacher, man. He used to piss us off, tell us this and tell us that and chew us out. And then he'd just say, horns up. And then we play everything right, aggressive, and we do everything right and be like, nah. You know what I'm saying? He'd be like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I wanted the whole time. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see fighters that be hitting themselves, slapping themselves, their coaches slapping them. It start triggering you, man. It helps you focus, man. People take snapping to it, slap your ass, man. It'll help you focus, man. You know? It's just that people will take that energy and put it into bad places. They'll take that focus. His brother make me mad, and I start looking and focusing on what he's doing wrong. Instead of taking that energy and saying, like, what did I do to make that person mad like that? What am I doing? Taking that, and I'm sitting there mad with that energy and be like, yeah, man, I'm tripping, man. Let me, you know, and use that energy to produce instead of using that angry energy to defend myself by being offensive, you know? You gotta always, the name of the game is internalizing what the hell you're doing, man, you know?
That creates soldiers. That creates the type of man YAHAWASHI wants. He says he wants soldiers, those that are gonna fight, those that are, you know, you ain't gonna make no excuse, man. You're gonna get your stuff together.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. You gotta give praise to the Heavenly Father for that. You know? It says Verse 7, it says, "At least I shall be exalted above measure through the abundance of the revelations. There was given to me a throne in the flesh, the messenger of Satan to buffet me. At least I should exalt myself, at least I should be exalted above measure. For this thing I besought the Lord thrice, that it might depart from me. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness."
Yeah, he said his grace is sufficient. Like, I did enough for you. You should be satisfied with what you got.
Praise the Lord.
Yes, sir.
How you doing here?
I like to share the spiritual moment. I believe God
Hey,
led me.
can you come over here real quick? Please, please, and thank you. No, not right here. Can you right in front? 'Cause we gotta circle. We gotta maintain our stronghold.
Here, let me get my coat off. It's really hot.
It says, "For this thing I besought the Lord thrice, that it might depart from me."
And I want to get that word buffet. Right? The word buffet goes back to Strong's G2849. And it says to strike with the fist, give one a blow with the fist, to maltreat, treat with violence, and cultivate. So that affliction, you can have a spiritual affliction, you can have a physical affliction. So Paul is telling you specifically that he's being afflicted physically, because he says Satan is buffeting him. Can you read that again?
It says, back to 7, it says, "At least I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of the revelations. There was given to me a throne in the flesh, the messenger of Satan to buffet me. At least I should be exalted above measure."
Yeah, Satan buffeted him. Satan hindering his flesh, so he had a physical ailment, man. You know, it could have been, you know, whatever, man. I forget what the apostle said, you know, as far as something being in his side. Paul did mention that, thorn in his side, man. So it could have been anything. It could have been a kidney, or it could have been, you know, a broken something. You know what I'm saying? Something that's just not working in the body and it ain't producing right, man. But he had a thorn in his side. All right. Yeah, that basically was a physical ailment going on in his side. I can't, you know, I'm not like that deep into medical aspects to where that I know all the side problems that you can have, you know.
"For this thing I besought the Lord thrice, that it might depart from me."
Yeah, so he went to the Lord 3 times about this situation, man. So he wanted it gone. All right, go ahead.
"And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness."
Yeah, my strength is made perfect in weakness, man. You know, so the Lord said, look, you good. And especially, Paul can't argue that pertaining to what he was doing before. In that life, he was persecuting the same people he's teaching now. The followers of Hamashiach, YAHAWASHI, man. He was trying to kill everybody that was following YAHAWASHI. But he turned around and he's like praying to the Lord, like, man, can you get rid of this physical ailment? It's bothering me, man. And as much as Paul did with that physical ailment, it shows that what we can do, okay? I'm okay. No, we're good. We're not gonna eat.
It says, "Most gladly, therefore, I will rather glory in mine infirmities, that the power of Mashiach may rest upon me."
Yep. So you take glory in your afflictions. Like you said, you're a soldier. You're like, man, I can handle this, man. This is meant for me, man.
Absolutely.
All right. So can we what's the one in Romans?
This is the book of Romans, chapter 5, and verse 3. It says, "And not only so, but we glory in tribulations also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience.
Yeah, we glory in tribulation, like Paul said, man. We glory in that trouble, we glory in that hardship. Whether physical, emotional, conditional, you'll lose your job, you get into it with your family member, your child gets sick, you remain faithful. And who is a renowned example of that? You got Job, man. The Job received double of all the affliction that he received, man. He had all the reason to quit. He had people that was trying to fellowship with him and get him to quit. His friends and his woman, man.
It says, and patience, experience, and experience, hope.
So these tribulations, not only is it, when you're going through it, it's not the best thing on planet Earth. It's not like you're enjoying the moment, man. You know? But as Apostle Ricard said, you gotta embrace the heat, man. You gotta embrace those afflictions, man. Now you can pray that it'll depart from you, but at the same time, if it doesn't, you gotta stand up on your feet, rise up, and deal with the afflictions, man, and move forward. Press toward the mark, accomplish the goal, man.
And hope maketh not ashamed, because the love of the Most High is shared abroad in our hearts by the Holy Spirit, which is given unto us.
YAHAWASHI, man. He was in the Garden of Gethsemane, you know. So like I say, it's supposed to glory in tribulation, you know what I'm saying? So we've went and hit different aspects. If things are happening to you, those afflictions, those infirmities, you're being buffeted. If the Lord will want to remove it, he'll remove it, man. If he doesn't, then that's a part of your lot. Sometimes you can be doing everything right, but you're still supposed to question. You know what I'm saying? And you still pray that the Most High will forgive you for your afflictions. Okay?
This is the book of Matthew. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 26, and verse 36. It says, then cometh YAHAWASHI with them unto a place called Gethsemane, and saith unto the disciples, sit ye here while I go and pray yonder. And he took with him Peter, the two sons of Zebedee, and began to be sorrowful and very heavy. Then saith he unto them, my soul is exceeding sorrowful, even unto death. Tarry ye here, and watch with me. And he went a little further, and fell on his face, and prayed, saying, O my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt.
Yeah. And so when he rose up, what happened? That cup that he was talking about is the crucifixion that he had to go through. And when he rose up, what happened? It still happened. And who else was a testament to that? King David, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we probably got to maintain your 6 feet, man. You got to maintain your 6 feet for the corona. So we got to separate a little bit more, you know? Okay. Wow, man. Thank you. So King David also, he went through his situation when he committed adultery and got the man murdered on the front line. And then when he had his child, and the child was falling into affliction, what happened? He prayed to the Most High. He did everything, put ashes on his head, you know what I'm saying? And he was in the Lord's state, and the Lord didn't answer his prayers, and what happened? The Lord didn't say anything. The Lord didn't respond and came down with the angels like, nah, I'm about to mess you up, Jack. You about to get it, G. No, the child just died. And that was his answer. And he got up, you know, got cleaned up, and got back to it. Okay?
This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 7, and verse 9. It says, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? Like I mentioned earlier, you know, that's the thing, that the Most High, He'll put you through a situation. That for David was different, you know, but the Most High will put you through a situation. He'll have you going through something to see if you're going to stand firm. The scriptures say what? Acceptable men are tried in the fire of adversity. So you're going to deal with ailments. You're going to deal with things in the spirit that you might start doubting yourself. You may have to, what he said, Satan, like what Paul said, what Satan was afflicting physically, man. All right? We got to endure everything. That's the whole point of this thing. It says acceptable men are tried in the fire of adversity. That means you ain't going to back down when you're going through something, man. The Most High is trying you to see if you're worthy. Like as your brother mentioned earlier, being a reprobate to be proven worthy, man.
So let's get Sirach 36 and 25.
Sirach 36 and verse 25. It says, where no hedge is, there is the possession is spoiled.
Yeah, so the hedge, the possession is a woman, right? In this particular case, specifically talking about marriage. But spiritually, you know, that possession as a woman is also wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Also your spirit, you know what I'm saying? And also us, you know, because who is the Lord said He has angels He can't round about us as a hedge of protection, right? So where there's no hedge, the possession is spoiled. Now, this goes into many layers. One layer is that us as a nation, we don't have a hedge of protection around about us because of fornication. Because our people have turned their backs unto the Most High. So now you're allowing outside elements to afflict you. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures tell you, go not in the way that thou shouldst fall. This is the next layer. You do things to yourself. You know what I'm saying? You sit there and go skateboard and you bust your leg. And now you're on the highways afflicted with a busted leg, and it's hard for you to stand up for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it goes into, now you go into a spiritual level to where you're not being brotherly, you're not keeping the commandments, you're not doing things, and then you start making bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? Because the spirit, what says that the spirit cannot appease the flesh or something like that. I get it wrong, but you know what I'm talking about? But the spirit warreth against the flesh. And if you're in the flesh, you cannot fulfill, you know what I'm saying? Can you get that Bible shot? I'm butchering it. You know? Oh yeah, if you're in the spirit, you can't fulfill the lust of the flesh. Because they're too contrary to one to another. So if you find yourself easily influenced by the flesh, you gotta think about what you're doing. The brother Mike Allah did a lesson on that, and he was like, you gotta see where you at when you sit. You gotta be that quarterback when you threw that pick, that goes back and replay that situation and look like, oh man, look, seen it safe to step up, man. You gotta do that to yourself, man. Hey, man, when I was tripping, I was bugging out, man. I didn't even pray that morning. You know what I'm saying? Or I wasn't reading. You know? Because, hey, when you're reading, it's rare that, like when we're out here, it's rare we're not thinking about no box or thinking about sinning or, you know, getting our spirit is getting on that level. But when you're in some box or you're in the club, you ain't thinking about, yeah, I can't wait to do that lesson. You know? No. You know what I'm saying? So now you're in an element. That's why the Lord said be sober-minded, which means be clear-headed. You know what I'm saying? That way you can produce spiritually. I'm not going to be playing a little Webby in the background while I'm reading, man. You know, you're not going to be able to focus. Not only is it a bunch of noise, but it's spirit, you know?
You'll be playing Uncle Luke, pop that while you're doing the sit down.
Yeah, stop. But you can listen to classical music and still, you know what I'm saying? Why? Because not only is the music a vibration, but the words and things like that, man. So you got to produce for your spirit, man. You got to feed your soul, man. All right? Where man's treasure is, that's where heart will be also. So you got to invest your time in your spirit. Because if you start making wrong decisions and you start messing up when you're talking to the younger brother and they say, hey, man, you're in a place, blah, 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 you need to be like this. You got to think about how you're spiritually feeding that area, man. And again, I say this to you, it comes from more than reading. It's more than reading. You got to sit there and analyze, psychoanalyze yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to give a psychoanalysis of yourself and saying, where am I at, man? You know what I'm saying? Am I, you know, that's what I do to myself. Am I too emotional? Am I too stingy? Am I too harsh? Am I not considerate? You know, I did a lesson the other day about extending my hand to brothers outside of, if this brother's, you know, hey man, got some drink, and I be like, yeah, I put some on it. It's easy to do that because it's right there. But then when you hear about a brother doing something, or a brother saying, yeah, I'm chilling, I'm gonna pull up on you. Or, you know what I'm saying, a brother saying, hey man, I need to sweat. Hey man, hey, come to the gym, I got you. You know? Sure, he had an idea to do it himself, but me showing initiative, being proactive about it, you know, that helps, man. You know, so you gotta do a psychoanalysis of yourself a lot and internalize why are you not producing. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta like pick at every little thing about yourself, man. You know, that's especially about yourself. You should not be ignorant over any small matter, man. You know, who likes being embarrassed? You know? Like who likes being embarrassed? You get crossed up, boom, the dude dropped you, and you don't want to look at the tape. I'm looking at it over and over and over and over again, man. You know, I remember my last loss in the fight. You know what I'm saying? That was the main one I watched, man. Once I got over, I started watching the other ones. But the main ones I watched, when I was over and over, I can remember it. Kept on lifting that leg. I'm like, that goddamn leg, I can't get around that leg, can't get around that leg. And I just kept, I'm driving home, talking to my rib, and I'm like, I wasn't in the Muay Thai mentality. I was supposed to eat that. You know what I'm saying? If you would have teach me, I was supposed to eat that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it was just bothering me that I didn't do it, but I had to internalize why I lost that fight. You know what I'm saying? Because if I didn't, I'd be like, man, they were cheap, man. I was hitting them, and them elbows didn't even hurt. I didn't even feel it. You know? Like, no, that's a Muay Thai tournament. I can't go in there boxing and doing a little bit of Muay Thai. I got to go in there with a whole Muay Thai style. You know what I'm saying? And people can't do that to themselves and wonder why you're not producing. And sit there and say, like, why I keep finding myself here all the fucking time. That feeling exists for everybody. But nobody sit there and say, like, you know, a woman is especially, like, what you said a while ago, you know, you 4 years old talking about niggas ain't shit, maybe you're not shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're the problem, you know? I look at it all the time I'm the problem, even when it's not my fault. And I can clearly see it's not my fault. I always do that, I always say, what did I do? Because sometimes you may be wrong, you might think you're right. That's more often than not. That's why you like, man, motherfuckers hating on me, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, dog, you was tripping, G. But if you always internalize it, like, why am I in this position, man? I ain't supposed to be here. I'm smarter than that. I'm a man of the Lord, such on and so forth. I'm not supposed to be here, you know what I'm saying, in this position. I'm not supposed to be in jail, you know. I'm a man of the Lord, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I was preaching and I ended up in jail. I'm in jail for a dumb reason. Like, what happened? Why was I in this mind state? What was I doing before this? You know what I'm saying? All that above.
So Lamentation chapter 3 and verse 39, it says, wherefore doth the living man complain, a man for the punishment of his sins.
Yeah, why are you complaining? You know, like you ain't perfect. Fix it, man. Go ahead.
It says,
let's get that word complain. Is that the
word complain? The Hebrew word is anan. Anana. Alright, it says to complain or murmur.
Yeah, murmur.
To groan.
Yeah. And that's like, man, I hate being around that energy.
To show myself sad.
So yeah, you know, I gotta go to work. Just quit the job then if you don't like it, G. Like, you know what I'm saying? I used to be in that spirit. I gotta go to work, go to plantation. Well, just quit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't like it, just quit. Because you gotta deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the alarm sounds, that's what you gotta do. Not like, oh, it's like you going to work, shut the fuck up and deal with it. Yeah. Paul went out there doing the work with the side end like this. Yeah, give me that precept, man. Damn, man. No.
Hold up.
You know, like, oh, man. That's like, it's like fasting. You're not even supposed to show nobody when you're fasting. You're not supposed to have it on show it on your face, man. You know? Like, deal with that shit, man. We got problems, we got issues. Deal with it. You know, in this society, they're trying to change it back into saying, oh man, the people tell you to walk it off and just deal with it, get over it, stop being a bitch, and not knowing you're going through depression and all that. You know, like, yeah, people get depressed, but it's like, you got to figure out a solution. Groaning about it ain't gonna do nothing to make it exist, continue to exist.
Nah, because then right after that it says this. It says, let us, this Lamentation chapter 3 and verse 39.
Hey, Lamentation itself is all about being in the lowest state, man, to lament, you know?
It says, wherefore doth a living man complain,
Read that when I go on, man.
a man for the punishment of his sins. Let us search and try our ways and turn again unto the Lord.
Let us search and try our ways. Let's go to that word try. It's basically like to prove your ways, to sit there and say, you know, just like I said with the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to try, like, was I throwing right? Was my hand right? You know, things like that. Go ahead.
And the Hebrew word for try is chakar. Chakwara. And it says to search, search for, search out, examine, investigate, to search for, to examine thoroughly, explore, to be searched out, to find out, to examine.
Yeah, we examine. Hey, brothers know me on that. I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always like, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you beat me and you beat me, but if I lose and I see like things I've done to myself that caused me to lose, I'm gonna say you trash, because I'm not gonna make those mistakes again. I want to play you again. I'll go to your division. I can play you the next week. I cancel all that. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be in your division next week, so I can fix those mistakes, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody likes to lose. I don't like to lose, and I openly say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like losing. You know what I'm saying? I don't like being a loser in this society. I don't like it. But, you know, there's a limit to winning as far as in the world. Not go to that limit. But as far as in the spirit, I'm going to win. And I don't like to lose. You know what I'm saying? I don't like being in the Lord's state. I don't like making bad decisions. I don't like not being adequate to the Lord's will. Because the Lord said when you come to serve, put forth all your strength. You know what I'm saying? Seeking that 10 times, a man's search the Lord, seek him 10 times more. You got to put a lot of energy into it, man. You know, you can't half-ass and expect the full amount of energy from the Lord, man. This is talking to myself, you know, through the Spirit. let's go to Sirach chapter 2.
This is the book of Sirach.
Yep.
Chapter 2 and verse 1.
Now, this is one of my favorite chapters because it helps you get you that relationship with the Lord and the Son, man. All right?
This is Ecclesiasticus 2 and 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Yep. Prepare for this. It's going to be a bumpy road. Okay? Go ahead.
Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble.
Make not haste in time of trouble. That's an affliction. So don't spaz out and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like no, like analyze it and peep game. You know? Even when somebody a lot of niggas gonna die, man, this summer, man. You know, their energy, I didn't believe it when people were saying it, but I'm seeing that their energy is off, man. You know what I'm saying? The energy is just you know, their energy off, man. They're not sober-minded right now. A lot of these niggas out here not sober-minded, man. Driving up the street, seeing nigga flying for nothing. You know? You in the hood flying. What the fuck are you flying for? In the hood, like you tripping. You want to get pulled over.
Yeah.
Bumping music, yelling, ah! You want attention.
I got a fucking ticket. What was you doing? I was doing 60 down Ames. That's why you got a ticket, nigga.
Yeah. Man, but they always fucking with a nigga, man, all over North doing that, yo. Cause they know you gonna do it, you know.
That's why we tell Jake, don't give Esau. Esau already looking for your life anyway, man.
Yeah, don't give Esau, who is the spawn of Satan, the replica of Satan, the son of him. You know, don't give him a reason. He already need one. He created one, so don't feed into it, man.
It says, cleave unto him.
Even if it causes you to stop listening to Megan Thee Stallion for a good summer. You know, like fast on that bitch, man. You know, fast on Boosie, man, Lil Webby, man. Like go not in the way that thou shouldst fall. You don't gotta act the ass because the sun is out and Esau let you back out to play. It shows how much you niggas are Stockholm Syndrome. Y'all fight us and do all this against us. Esau tell you stay inside, he let you out, you happy, yay! You know, it's like Esau let you on punishment, man. But you wanna act like you pro-black and shit. Look at how you act to reality. You know? This COVID thing for us, when we was under quarantine, I ain't know a difference to the point I went to trying to do shit. And when I was like, man, you don't want to go to the movies. And I was like, I drove by the motherfucker. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? I said, oh shit, I forgot this shit's closed, man. Why? Because we don't be out here with that madness, man. We don't what's it, 2 Peter's? So it says, you know, they run to the same excess of riot, man. You know, niggas going crazy and shit. Here's Johnny. You know?
It says, Ecclesiastes 2 and 3. It says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Who or whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state.
There you go, man. Whatever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, man. It's for a reason. Unless it's self-inflicted. You know, you're eating on pork rib. You know what I'm saying? Get fucking a virus and shit in the bed, smiling and shit. The Lord said take it cheerfully. He don't mean that. Niggas always be trying to flip it and make it something, man. You know, don't sin willfully. Like, if you're doing the best you can, yeah, you fall short and whatever happens, it's like, yeah, it's supposed to happen, but I'm still here. I'm still fighting. You know what I'm saying? I'm still come out here and do this work. Let's get it. You know? It's like even at your trash job. Your job's trash, man. You better whistle in that motherfucker, you know? Hear that bitch, hey, what's up, baby? Let's get it. Let's get this money. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta stay in that vibe in that environment. Because if you go in that lower state, you ain't gonna want to be there. You're gonna be looking at the clock. Oh shit, damn, fuck, 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Only 2 minutes past. goddamn, you know? I know that's from experience. I go in that bitch, that spirit, man. Like, I'm looking at the clock. Damn, motherfucker, they going on. But when I'm like, man, I'm about to knock this shit out. You need some help? All right, I'm over here. Yeah. Break time. All right, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead,
It's
brother.
like motherfuckers being that motherfucker complaining, like, man, why you remind me?
Yeah, don't come by me.
I'm somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? I ain't
Come by
trying
me, man. You know? That's that law of attraction, man. You know?
Galatians 6 and verse 7 and the point is at 8. It says, "Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap."
There you go. You're going to get what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? For 9 times out of 10. Outside of that, us being in the lower state, it's a chess move. Everything, like, it's very rare that you did completely nothing and you get something. You know what I'm saying? Like the man is blind from birth. That's a very rare case. What happens most of the time is that you're not doing what you're supposed to do, but it's not enough to kill you, or the Lord to kick you out, or the Lord to destroy you. So it's like, I'm gonna put this on you, man. Because he chastised his son.
For he that soweth to the flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption.
Yeah.
But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting.
There you go, man. Why brothers, you know, even really specifically amongst my camp, you think I be getting on I be dealing with myself and shit, man. I can be thinking about what the fuck I be doing, or what the camp be doing. I'm internalizing things. And then I be like, that's what it is, man. Or if you know what I'm saying, if I'm in a place, it's internalizing. And it's a trying to, hey man, these women, they got a fast on Megan, man. You know, hey, summer, man, they got a fast on that bitch, man. You know, putting out a prayer. You know, like, I don't know why I'm praying about that. But, like, y'all got a fast on that bitch, man. She's gonna destroy y'all, man. You know, any energy like that for these niggas, the same thing. But the spirit is saying that, man.
Back in Ecclesiasticus.
Because in reality, you shouldn't be listening at all. I can say that, but, you know, we listen to rap music. There's nothing wrong with it. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
So Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 and verse 4.
And hey, I had to give you, man, you know, that's another thing, you know, just because we're in the truth, somebody's not in the truth, you know, and they do something right don't mean that they're wrong. You know what I'm saying? He got, you know, he looked like a nigga, but that man cut his music off. He wanted 2 holes and it didn't, man. That man showed respect, man. You know?
It says, "Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity."
Acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. What's that furnace of adversity? Life. But we ain't talking about how much you can go through, like you was on crack or something and I made it through crack. No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about when you're doing right and wrong things happen and you stay right. Job, you get your Job on, man. That's it. Only men like Job get treated like that and still make it through. Job is not just a good story to tell. Job is like an actual man that went through a situation. And it's very hard to sit there and watch your kids die, your finances go. You know what I'm saying? I be stressed out when I can't pay my bill. I be like, God damn, I need to get a second job. Ooh, and damn, what am I doing wrong? Job is just like, hey man, shall we see good Lord and not evil? You know? He stayed strong.
He kept his integrity.
Kept his integrity. Great word.
It says, "Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him."
Order thy way aright and trust in him. Not just trust in him. Order thy way aright. You know, do right. Do what you're supposed to be doing, man.
"Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall."
Yeah, wait. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy and don't try to do something on your own. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you fear the Lord, you know, you figure it out, pray fast, you get up off your ass, but it's not like, don't deviate. Don't like, I can't come to capital, you know, for a month because I got to work doubles. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that. then you do things. You know? If you can't do that, then you can talk to the brothers, yo, I'm hurt, I'm woo. You know what I'm saying? And if that don't work, then you just pray, man, maybe this is my lot. This is my lot to be here. You know, but don't hasten in time of trouble, man.
It says, ye that fear the Lord, believe in him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy.
Yep, that's right, man. There's no explanation for that. You shouldn't need a breakdown for that. Go ahead.
Long suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in time of affliction. Woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways.
Woe be to the what?
To the fearful hearts.
The fearful heart.
And
you know what I'm saying? Your mind, you scary. You don't know how to man up to something mental. You give up. You know what I'm saying? Woe to the fearful heart.
And faint hands.
Faint hands. You get weak. You stop doing things. You stop, getting up. You know, it's just like staying in shape, man. That takes dedication. You know, like I listened to this video, a brother sent me like a motivational video, and he said he was going on a run, and the dude wanted to go run with him, and he was like, yeah, come on, come on with me. Then the dude was like, nah, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, I'd rather just, it's raining outside. That's what he said. Maybe we could do it tomorrow. I was like, all right, we'll do it tomorrow, but you said I'm going to run a day too, man. Because he made sure he despised faint hands. You know what I'm saying? So he overdid it. It's like, sometimes you just don't want to do it. You got to trick yourself and be like, yeah, I'm going to run 1 mile. But then once you hit that mile, like, let me make it 2. And make it 3. And then you're out there now. Now you back up to speed and you're running, man. Same thing within this being a good person, being a righteous person. It's like, you just got to keep doing it, man. Keep doing it. Keep your integrity, man. It
says, and to the sinner that goeth two ways.
Yeah, so you in a trap, then you come back. We had a brother that we still working, trying to, we're hoping that the brother comes back, but he's over here, and then he'll pop up, then he's over here and he'll pop up. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord says destruction unto you because you lukewarm.
Woe be unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended.
Yep, and that's really spiritually, if you don't believe in the Lord or believe the Lord to help you, how can the Lord help you? How can you be saved from any sin that you don't want to be saved from? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta really want to stop something. You gotta really want to stop doing it to where you actually stop doing it. When I was coming in from the truth, from the world to the truth, I was like, man, I want to get off the cigarettes, man. I tried everything physically, and I just said, Lord, like, it's hard for me. Like, can you do anything? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna have to do this, because I felt like I could physically do it, because I did it before when I was in the world. I just stopped smoking cigarettes, and I was cool. And I started smoking again, and that demon got on me harder, and I just couldn't stop. You know what I'm saying? Bubble gum wasn't working, sunflower seeds weren't working, none of that. And then what happened? I ended up listening to the apostles and GMS, and it was just like, I was so listening to that, I forgot all about smoking and all that, man. So the Lord figured out his way. So you gotta trust in the Lord, don't have a faint mind to give up. Like, I ain't gonna never stop doing this, man. I just can't help myself. I've been doing this since I was a kid, man. Nah, man, it's a faint mind, man. As the brother said way earlier, the Lord wants soldiers. He wants people that say, I'm gonna get it done. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're running a business, you don't want to hit nobody. You be like, man, we need to produce this much amount of product in this much amount of time. Like, I don't know. You look at it like this, I don't know if we can do it. And yeah, you good, it's all good. I appreciate that though, sir. So you know, the Lord said, I want, you know, I want this much amount of product and this much amount of time. And I'm like, you know, you gotta think about it. What if something breaks? What if this happened? You don't want to hear all that, man. You want to hear like, got it, I got you. You know what I'm saying? And then that person having trouble, then he comes up like, hey, I need help with this. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Especially like great examples like being in the medical field, man. You just gotta, when somebody's like dying, you don't got time to be talking about the what ifs. You gotta stop him from dying. You know, I just sit there and watch a motherfucker shaking in the bed. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you gotta have initiative. You gotta have integrity. You gotta have a strong mind. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? I'm in that bitch like, in my mind, I'm like, he's shaking, he's dying. What can I do? What's my scope of practice? Oh, I can do glucose checks. I can do this. You know what I'm saying? I can get the machines for the doctors. And I'm in there doing what I can do. And they're not, they don't got enough time to sit there and say, hey, what do you think? If we roll them to the side? Or they're like, yo, get this, get that. Man, why are you talking to me like that? You don't got time for all that. So when you're in the spirit and you're dealing with the Lord, and the Lord afflicts you in correction, sometimes like it's just direct, man. Man, you can't be like, man, why don't you do me like that, man? No, it's like you gotta, you know, this place is gonna go. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't get right, if you don't follow orders, you're gonna go down with it, man. You know? So you gotta be able to be on it and have that initiative, have that attention to detail, have a strong mind and keep on going, man. Help where you can. You know? Very important.
Says, woe unto
That's like that's I hate doing that. But that type of environment intrigues me, man, because it makes me, it tests myself. Sit there and say, what type of man am I? What type of man am I? I know a man that I want to be, and I aspire to be or inspire to be. But in the heat of the moment, you really find out who you really are. And things, situations like that, like, you know. And I remember it happened. I was on it. The glucose, you know what I'm saying? And the nurse chewed me out. You know what I'm saying? I came in there with something. Another nurse told me to go get something. And then she said, get something. And, you know, I was like, when somebody told me to do this, she said, you know, what I told you to do. And I just turned around and like abandoned what the other nurse said and got what she said. But the other nurse, what she said was what we needed. The other nurse didn't even know that. So when I came, I ain't say nothing. I said, you got it. I ain't get mad. I did what she did. I kept order. That was all in my mind. She said, get it. You know, I shouldn't even say nothing. No. I didn't even say. What happened was I was on my way to get it, and she was like, what are you doing wandering around? You know what I'm saying? And she's like, go and get this. And I just turned around and stopped doing what the other nurse told me to do. And when we got it, and she found out later that's what happened, and she was like, you know, my bad. And she had way more respect for me as a person than me arguing with her in the hall while somebody's dying. You know what I'm saying? Like, she told me to do this, and you want to do this, you just don't understand. I kept order. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, okay, I can trust this nigga in the heat of the moment. I know he's going to do what I need him to do. I just got to pay attention. And if he's doing something, he's clearly doing it for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a different diameter within camp. The importance of keeping order, because that's a part of the body too, man. You know what I'm saying? When your captain say let's go left, we all gotta go left, man. Can't murmur going left, or just like with the Spartans, if one of them can't hold their shield up, all of them are vulnerable. So if you be like, man, let's go east. You be like, I don't really think east is a good way. Like, you know, shut the fuck up and march east, bro. Like, that's what you gotta do. I remember D-Mash was telling us a story about that, where he said it was the Humvees, and they were all driving, and one of the drivers got scared, and he said the dude started to veer off and turn around, and he was like, man, you better fucking turn this motherfucker back and go straight, because it was very important because of the morale of the rest of everybody. It makes them weak. You know what I'm saying? It make their hearts fail. You know what I'm saying? It's very important to stay, you know, get the job done no matter how much fearful it is. And we're here. So if we out here panicking in a time of trouble, the world, the rest of Israel gonna panic. But if we're out here doing the work diligently and moving on up in our apostles, camp leaders, elders, heads, region heads, you know, on down to brothers that's just in the truth. If you're holding your integrity to a high standard, people be like, damn, yeah, there is you know, it makes them like, you know, let me get my shit right, man. You know, if they out here all the time, like, what the fuck am I doing? You know what I'm saying? But we like, man, hey, don't come out here, Corona's crazy. You know? We didn't come out because of the laws of the land, but outside of that, we gonna fuck, man. If I die, I die, you know? Die, die. You know?
Most High not giving us a spirit of fear, but the spirit of a sound mind.
Of a sound mind. That's being clear-headed. Think. Like when you came out, hey, let's make sure we 5 to 6 feet apart. That's all we gotta do. And of a sound mind, I'm observing the brothers. I seen them do. I said, oh, I remember, because you know we don't care about it. So your mind could get too relaxed. You don't be sound, you know. But yeah, let's continue, man.
Back in Sirach chapter 2, in verse 14, it says, "Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit?"
Yeah, so you're losing patience. You're losing that ability to patience is basically what it goes back to, the ability to be afflicted, basically. You know what I'm saying? To endure. So you go to spaz, I can't take this no more. You know what I'm saying? Woe unto you, like you got weak. Like it's fucking damn. All right, come on, let's go. You know, like let's do it again. Let's do it again. You know what I'm saying? Just keep going.
Yeah, that's why I said that tribulation worketh that patience. That's a heavy statement, man.
It's gonna work your patience. But if you leave and like, man, it's too hard, man. You know, that's why a lot of people when they go in the gym, get to that 80th sit up and like, we gotta do this every fucking day. You don't see them no more. You know what I'm saying? They be like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you've been doing this. This nigga like, where you think I came from? I didn't even know how to jump rope when I came here. You know? And act like I just popped up in here and you've been doing it. I just popped up on that level and inserted myself. I just plugged me now into that time, and I was just there all the time. You know? Niggas ain't know about the waking up 5 o'clock in the morning, driving half busy to the gym. You late, you gotta sit there and do 150 push-ups, hit the floor, then you gotta do more work, and then it make you do shit that's in the area of doing push-ups. You know what I'm saying? And you be like, my arm side, you shouldn't have came late. That's your own problem. That was your problem back there. Right here is the class we're running. And you gotta do what they're doing. And you gotta do it hard. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do push-up, you gotta do 300 push-ups. Then be like, all right, let's go spar. Your arm's dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, pick your arms up. Man, you shouldn't have came late. Pick your damn arms up. You know what I'm saying? It's just kinda like, you know, and you gotta, and that type of affliction make you strong. To the point when you get hit or you get tired, you just naturally know how to pick your hands up, man. Like my body at this point, and I was talking to the slacker to veer off, but my body is in condition to know how to throw when I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? I know when my body shuts down and hit that wall saying, you haven't ran this far in life yet. Or you haven't ran outside this much. So this is your physical wall. But my afflictions, being through that affliction, I know how to push myself past that limit. And when I reach it, I'm like, oh, I'm done with the explosiveness. Now it's time to be smart, but I still not But when I first started, I was tired. Go punches. Tired, coach. That's how you gonna get them off you. That nigga duck. Oh, okay, moving back. I ain't get punched no more. All right, it works. And then once I got used to it, just like, well, I'm tired. I'm just throwing because I know now. So once we go through that affliction, keep going through it, you're gonna be like, all right, man, fucking tired, but you know, the job, you know, it's that time I'm gonna get tired of the job. I had a long week. It's Monday. I'll hear that Monday come. I'll hear that Friday come. You know what I'm saying? You know, let me make sure I, go 9 away 1,000 fall. You know, I had to learn that. It's Friday. I better lighten up on my drink. You know what I'm saying? I know. I drink. I ain't gonna work. You know, Ruben and me gonna be like, fuck work. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit. all the way. Nigga had you fucked up yesterday anyway. You call in and shit, they get mad at you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, you gotta know how to, you gotta be sober-minded, clear-headed, you know, and accomplish the goal without murmuring, you know?
It says, woe unto you, it says, verse 15, they that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways.
That's very simple. So stop acting like there's a way of being righteous by being wicked, man. Ain't nothing righteous about wickedness, man. Ain't nothing. You just wicked, and the Lord is just like, I'll give you another chance. That's all that is. Ain't nothing righteous about being wicked, like a woman saying she won't teach. Ain't nothing righteous about that, man. You know? You just being wicked, and the Lord like, I'm gonna still fuck with you until you, you know, I'm gonna do shit to you too, until you stop trying to do that, man. You know? Ain't nothing, can nothing good come that is occupied in evil. Scriptures tell you that. That's why it's important to read.
Knowledge of witnesses, the knowledge of wickedness is not at all wisdom, or something like that, you know. Let's add to the precept that you brought up.
I didn't know.
It says, verse 16, Ecclesiasticus 2 and 16, they that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto him, and they that love him shall be filled with the law.
There you go. So if you love the Lord, you'll do that what you want you to do. Don't complain. Just, try your best to fix it, man. You know, be a person that's trying to resolve an issue, not complain about it all the time.
It says, saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of men.
Because you either or for you.
You skipped 17.
It's either or for you.
Oh yeah, so verse 17 it says, they that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight, saying we will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of men.
Yeah, it says they will do what? They will prepare their hearts. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're getting ready for a fight, you got to start getting your mind right. You can't just go in there and just like, you know, you listen to fucking Nickelback and shit. You know, you chilling. Yo, you got to be in that motherfucker. You see people pacing. It's very rare that you see a person that's just like playing and shit. You know, you either see somebody real calm or really, you know, like really getting there. You can see it in their face, man. You know, just like that Deontay Wilder Fury fight. Fury, calm. His situation was calm. It was just like, I realized to stick to the game plan, man. I stick to this game plan the way I gotta do it. Some people like, I gotta, you know, gotta kill this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You just get that in your mind. But you can't go in that motherfucker. Your mind is just not even in the fight. You know? And that's in its truth. This gospel is a fight. You can't sit here and your mind is not there. You're just waltzing around and talking about jelly beans and shit, all dumb shit, and then something happens. It's gonna catch you blind. It's gonna blindside you. You know, Satan. That's why Satan blindsides us most of the time, because you're not walking in the spirit. You know.
It says, saying we will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of men. For as his majesty is, so is his mercy.
Yep, as his majesty is, so is his mercy. So if we trust in him, so that's when that mercy comes, man. So when you see all these people getting mercy from the Most High, it's all that trust that you got to have in him, man. You can't sit here and just not invest in him and expect him to give it. That's a selfish-ass mentality, man. Why, Lord, why? Like I told you, like, listen to me. The fuck, somebody don't listen to you, you ain't gonna fuck with them. How the hell do you think I'm gonna fuck with you? I fuck with you because I'm more merciful than you'll ever be, man. Go ahead. Alright, so with that being said, I want to give all praises unto
To
Yahawah,
BAHASHAM,
BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. I want to give double honor to our apostles who are elders who rule well. I want to say blessed salutation to you brothers out there teaching and doing truth sincerity. Hey, shalom.